You're back. This is Mommy and Me, and I'm Mandy, and you're tuning in for our birth story. I'm Mandy.
I'm Dan.
Subscribe to
Buzz Chomp. Woo!
Gave birth 38 weeks. Phew. Originally, our due date was March 26th, and I was like thinking the day before how I could not last until March 26th, that this baby was gonna come out. I gave birth right at 38 weeks. 38 weeks, 0 days on March 12th. Leading up to this birth, I definitely was feeling, I told you I was feeling super tired. I was feeling super full of this baby. I had had my last ultrasound just a little over a week before, and that baby was taking everything up. Pushing on my sciatica. I had stopped running just the week before because I had so much pain. And so basically I was like, oh man, I need this baby to come out soon. So Wednesday, March 11th, in the evening, started to feel a little sick. I was making dinner and I was getting super nauseous, and I was like, oh, I'm not feeling good at all. So I said something to my husband. I tried to eat as much dinner as I could. I really couldn't. I took a nice hot bath. I had put my baby down, all of that, and I just relaxed and I went to bed early. I was hoping that I didn't go into labor that night because we'd have to call our friends to come over, and we kind of prepared Maddie a little bit, but like as we were putting her down, she was like, I want you to be here in the morning. And I was like, I'll be here in the morning. I promise I'll be here in the morning. Morning comes, I wake up, I'm feeling a little bit better, or I think I'm feeling a little bit better. I had been doing a yoga challenge, so I do like my yoga pose, and then I'm snuggling with Maddie on our favorite chair, and I have like what I think is a contraction. I'm pretty sure, and it was a contraction. So I sit up and I'm like, oh baby, I gotta sit up. And I have like this contraction. I was like, ooh. Then I was like, oh, I really need to shower. I really need to just relax and all that. And I go, and she wants me to change her. And so I go help her get changed, and I'm having contractions. So I said to my husband, I think I'm going into labor. I'm having some contractions. So my husband had already decided that he was going to work from home. He kind of decided on Wednesday that he might just work from home, see how the day went and all of that. And then after Wednesday night, he was like, well, I'm definitely working from home tomorrow. He wants to go and eat and see where we're at. And I was like, okay, I need to shower. So as I'm getting ready to shower, and as I'm in the shower, I'm having more and more contractions, and they're getting closer together. And so then I'm like, okay, well, my 3-year-old and I always eat breakfast together, so she wanted to wait for me to eat breakfast. So my husband was like, okay, I'm gonna go shower. We should text our friends, making breakfast. And I'm like, yep, I'm having these contractions. I'm timing them. They're like 4 to 5 minutes apart. It was like a gray day in LA. There weren't a lot of people out. It was supposed to rain at some point, like later in the day. So not a lot of people are gonna be out and about, right? My little baby eats her breakfast. She's trying to help me. I'm having some serious contractions now. They're coming closer and closer and closer. And like, they're like those debilitating contractions, guys. Those debilitating contractions, if you've ever had them. Our friends are like, we're on our way. And then, I'm having more contractions. My husband's getting everything together, like all of our bags out, everything. I'm like kind of lying on the floor, like lying on all fours. And I feel something, and I think it's my water breaking. But actually it was like my bloody show, which didn't happen the first time. But I was like, okay, we need to get going. There was a lot of blood. I had to change. I was having crazy contractions in between. And our friends are like 5 minutes away. And my husband's like, perfect. I made him run outside and pull the car around to the front because I was like, I cannot walk. They're parking. We're coming out. All that. We go to the hospital. We get to the hospital. It's like a little bit after 10 a.m. on March 12th. This time around, they take us in like right away. First time, they made us go to triage, but the labor and delivery nurse comes out and she's like, oh, let's bring you right to a room. We'll assess, but she could tell I was having major contractions. And as I'm checking in, they're super awesome. They were much more receptive. Like the first time they were like, oh, are you sure you're in labor? This time they were like that, but then they were like letting my husband talk, which was nice. But the labor and delivery nurse was like, oh, she's in labor. So she was like, okay, let's get you changed. We got into this really, really nice room. It was a really nice room. She was like, let's get you changed because I'm pretty sure we're going to admit you. I'm pretty sure you're in labor. I'm like, me too. So I get changed. We do all this. And I said I wanted an epidural. I signed my paperwork. I do all these things. They're super receptive. Like this time was even a better birth experience than my first time. I get my epidural, right? And the labor and delivery nurse is like, she's having some major contractions. I feel like you should give her more. But the anesthesiologist was like playing it safe a little bit. It took a long time. It took about almost an hour to go through, which is exactly what happened the first time too. They gave me less and all that. So there was a doctor that came in too. and she checked me and I was 6.5 centimeters dilated, but my water hadn't broke. It just had like the bloody show. And my labor and delivery nurse, who was awesome, she was like, I talked to the doctor. I feel like you should just relax for a little bit. Let everything sit. See if your water breaks. And if not, in 2 hours, we'll come back. The doctor will break it and we'll push this baby out. My husband and I were like, yes, that sounds great. He was able to go get food. I was able to like take a moment. I was texting people, like my family and stuff and all that, and like just felt so much relaxed. I finally stopped feeling my contractions. I was able to like drink a lot of fluid. So about 2 o'clock or so, our labor and delivery nurse comes back. They have another doctor come in to check me out, and basically they're about to set up, but they're like, whoa, my baby. I was like thinking, oh, my water broke, and like they were like, no, your baby had relaxed all the way down and was crowning with the water bag like still there, all of that, so they could see his little head, but it was still in the bag. So basically the doctor was going to come in, pop it, and then I'd push him out. So the labor and delivery nurse desperately wanted to deliver the baby like that, but we had to wait for the doctor. She had to do like 2 circumcisions. So by the time she came in, it was like, at first she was willing to try to do this, like push him out, but then she was like getting nervous, so she just popped my water. We pushed for a little bit, and then he came out, and that was it. And our little beautiful boy was there. No complications. Everything was great. This was right at the beginning of the coronavirus in LA, and people like being told to like not go out and all of that. And the hospital started to lock down. Originally, we thought we'd be able to have some friends come and visit, but my husband was my only person to be able to come visit. Because I delivered before and had a successful delivery, and this one was successful, and my baby was all good and was able to stay for just a day and then go home, which was awesome because the hospital was getting like very, very tense with coronavirus and all of that. And it was kind of getting scary in the sense that like I just wanted to get home. My daughter really wanted to come to the hospital. Children are not allowed to go to the hospital anymore and visit. And like I said, only one person, the same person, is allowed to come visit you and be your support person. So we got there perfect timing. My baby came at perfect timing 2 weeks before his due date. It was so nice, so refreshing, and we were home that Friday the 13th. I'm Mandy. Subscribe to Mommy and Me for more of our journey along with these 2 babes, and comment below. Share with me what was your birth experience like. Yeah, kids. Yeah. Thanks for watching Buzz Chop.
Subscribe and share.
Subscribe and share.
Subscribe and share.
Share.
Woo.